The 9070 XT and the 5070 Ti look almost identical in performance. In some games, they're separated by just a few frames. But that's only part of the story, because depending on what you play, one of these can pull noticeably ahead, and at that point, they don't feel the same anymore. In Baldur's Gate 3, you're looking at around 200 FPS on both, with the 9070 XT actually pulling ahead by about 3%, although this difference is too small to actually notice when you're gaming. And then in Starfield, they also stay very close, around 100 FPS on both, with the 9070 XT slightly ahead this time by about 5 frames. At this point, you're getting very similar raster performance game after game, with small wins going both ways. And when you consider the 9070 XT is actually $250 cheaper, that makes it the better value by a wide margin. But if you look at the bigger picture, a pattern starts to show. Across the 25 game average, the 5070 Ti is ahead. When playing at 1440p, it's roughly a 45% lead, and at 4K, it's closer to 5%. So yeah, game to game, these two cards can look very similar, but overall, the 5070 Ti is consistently faster. Now, that sounds like a big deal, but when you're actually playing, you're not getting a massive uplift, just a bit more performance for a lot more money, which again makes the 9070 XT the best value, especially for the price. But this is where things start to change. In Cyberpunk 2077, with ray tracing at 1440p, the 5070 Ti is doing around 62 FPS, while the 9070 XT is around 55. That's roughly a 10 to 15% difference. Both are smooth, but the 5070 Ti is pulling ahead in this. And this isn't just a number on a chart. You can still feel the difference in some scenes, with smoother animations, better raster, and everything else that makes higher FPS better. However, when we move on to Hogwarts Legacy with ray tracing, the performance is really similar, with both GPUs performing almost the same, and in heavier titles like Alan Wake 2, the results also stay nearly identical with small differences depending on the resolution. So this isn't a one-sided result, but more of a trade-off between games between the 10-game average. The 5070 Ti is around 10 to 15% faster at ray tracing, and then at 4K that difference grows slightly but still stays in that range, which means in even more demanding scenarios the gap remains relatively small. So it really comes down to what you want from your GPU. If you're mostly playing without ray tracing, the difference between these two is very small. And with the 9070 XT price advantage, this is easily the better choice. But if you care about ray tracing, the 5070 Ti is still faster, but the gap is not huge, and it doesn't feel that different. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and drop a comment down below if this video helped you. But without further ado, I'll catch you in the next one.